This is what your pack looks like, and as this is the first time I've ever tried to make a video of anything, this could be a very interesting experience. I'll try and keep it as short as I can. But anyways, that's what the pack looks like. I will unpack it now, put it on the ground, and let you see what you're going to get. You can see that there are 5 pieces here. The extreme left one over there is the lid on top of the toilet seat. The next 2 are the 2 sides, and the 2 with lot written on them, and the cobble beach are the front and the back. Both the front and the back are marked on the top rail and inside, front or back. I must just remind you that these are held together by the plastic covers on them. It becomes a unit when you put it together and screw the wood together inside. Right now you could cause them to come apart if you get too cute with the plastic on them. Don't lift them by the plastic, lift them by the wood, and be relatively gentle till you get it. The lid you can do whatever you want with. It's cast iron. Anyways, here we are. Okay, this is the lid, painted nice and red, and it gives you a target. The rope is meant to keep the cover from falling on the over backwards and busting. But other than that, it's like cast iron, and you can see, if you look carefully on this picture, you can see the screw holes where you're going to put the screws that are, at least some of the screws that you're going to fasten it down with. Okay. Okay, this is it, just freestanding together, ready to go. You're going to use the long screws, and I'll show you later the long screws and the short horse screws. But the circle, if you'll notice on the left, just beside above the lighthouse on the left-hand side of this front piece, there's a circle around, and it is a hole. If everything works, that's where you go through, and there's a hole drilled through the 2 inches of lumber and into the piece behind. This whole box is held together by locking the front and back to the 2 sides. The only place you're going to screw in any other screws on this body will be on the top, but in other words, it's from either the front or the back where the screws go in to hold the system together, the whole box together. Okay, you probably noticed that this is it with the lid up. There's more screw holes in this than is necessary, but this is really what keeps the whole thing in shape. There are a few of the little plastic or the little washers that are used for the keep the plastic from getting wrecked close to where you sit on this device, but they are not necessary on the rest of it, but you do have them, and we'll show you them in a minute. I probably will have some. There's the lid from the inside, so you're all set on that basis. So I'm going to now stop. I'm going to get the screws out and show you. This is what else is in the pack. There's a home hardware bag that's full of screws and washers and that kind of thing. And on the left is a blue bag with a orange tape on, or pink tape on it. That I will show you what's in it in a second. These are the screws that you're going to be using. There's 2 go on, as you can see, I will show you in a second. The 2 go on the front right, 2 go on the front left, 2 go on the rear, each side of the rear. These are the long screws. There's a 2-inch piece of wood that you are then going to screw to a second piece of 2-inch piece of wood, as you'll have figured out by now anyways. And when you're screwing into the plastic, you have to use these washers. That's those silver things. There's a box of them, as you can see in the middle of the screen. That's the screw-in things. You can put in the 1¼ screws into the lid on where you see the little black marks on it. You can put them on without using the washers, but I would recommend that you do use the washers on the front. But you're going to screw the lid on with the 1¼ screws, and the legs on with the, well, I think they're 3 or 4 inches long. They'll keep you going to screw them in. And here's what you're going to screw them in with. Slow 10. That's a red handle and a green handle screwdriver. Make sure you get the right one and the right thing. I think the red handle goes on the colored screws, and the green handle goes on the silver screws. Let's say that's my spare, that light ropey stuff that I have. It's as strong as hell. And if you're going to put a tarp up over the shitter, just use that stuff. It'll work really great. Or you can use that rope for wherever the hell you want. So that's what you've got. I'm just looking at the screen here, and I've noticed that the toilet is not quite that shape. I'll back the screen up so that you can kind of get more of an idea of its actual shape. See, I actually used the toilet we have here, the toilet seat from the house here, to make a pattern for this, so it's big enough for my ass. Guys like some of you little tight ass bastards, got to be careful you don't fall through it. Okay, I forgot this when I was doing the others, and it may be out of sequence, or it may be back in. I'm not sure I can figure this out when I get on my computer. Anyhow, this is a screw started, and you'll notice that there's a washer on it, and it's going to you just screw straight in. Be honest with you, I used a power screwdriver when I tested this, and I have had it totally assembled so that I did sit on it and everything was tight. But I do know that you will have to work to drive those screws in, so it'll be exercise for your wrists. But it's you can see that's a screw started, one of the colored screws with a washer attached to it. One kind of a suggestion, as I here at home have the ability to do it on a flat surface and all of that kind of thing, I would recommend that two of you at least get it together. I put the 4 sides together and then put the lid on, but I don't necessarily screw the side screws down tight. I just get them in place and then get everything so that it squares up, because the lid is square. So if it's on the corners of the wood, you'll know that you're in business. That's about all I can say. Have fun, enjoy yourself.